What's up YouTube, Michelle here, and in this video we'll be looking at recognising and grabbing the opportunities that are right in front of you. And that really is about realising where the opportunity is, because sometimes you can zoom through life without really taking notice of your surroundings. It looks at mindfulness again. It's about slowing down and actually thinking, where do I want to go and how do I get to that? Because I missed good opportunities in my life because I didn't realise at the time that there were opportunities. If you want to progress in life in ways that you probably think you couldn't before, watch this video and hopefully it helps. That's coming up. So as always in these videos, I like to start off with a very personal approach, and through my life, as you've probably if you follow or know, that I've had quite a traumatic life, but I don't let that necessarily drag me down. I let that empower me, and it can also really change the way you look at things. And what I'm saying is sometimes you don't know what an opportunity is. I mean, only you know what you want to do in life, and only you know what your goals are. And, it's about really understanding what it is that will aid you with that. For example, most recently I have had enough of being in Hull. I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not getting much support to get a job, and it's just constant, no jobs, no activities. So I thought, what? That isn't helping me in my social life, it isn't helping me in my employment, isn't helping my finances. Luckily, I'm able to save up some money, and I thought, right, I'm going to move. And I visited Leeds, and I got a sense of, yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to move to Leeds. And also, I think it is about self-sacrifice as well. It's about saying, well, I'm able to give up some things to be able to progress further. Now, what I mean by this is, in this whole moving to Leeds thing for myself, obviously the aim is to meet new people, more job prospects, but I also need to change me. I need to change what I'm used to, and that is also about pushing yourself out the comfort zone. For example, I visited my own, a new flat there, and I was also, offered to live in a flat share, which I'm probably going to take, and that is going to be difficult for me. I'm used to living on my own, in my own flat, and to say, that I'm just going to give all that up, literally give my house up to live in a flat share with two other people in a new city, that's big. But it also means that I am made uncomfortable. I am pushing myself, deliberately making myself uncomfortable to test myself. And not many people do that these days. Too many people are fucking too safe, and you know who you are. If you just sit there, well, I want to do it, but I don't have the guts to do it. That's okay. A lot of people don't have the guts to do a lot of things, but you will never achieve your dreams unless you push. And realising what an opportunity is, it really starts with knowing yourself, knowing how your body works, and it really is about enlightenment. It is about mindfulness again, previous videos on that. It is really about saying, well, yeah, that is self-sacrifice, but I'm prepared to sacrifice that to be able to move forwards. I've already used the first example about moving into a shared house, giving up my full flat to be in a new environment. That is again a really prime example of that. Another thing another example of this is giving up a job to travel, for example. If somebody could do that, I've known somebody do that. They were studying at university, and she was working part-time in a Starbucks, and she decided to literally just go backpacking. And obviously I'm using quite high up examples because not everybody has the money to do that, but these examples are, just for the sake of that, you know, you can't take this as gospel. It's the, you know, it's the meaning behind this. But it is also about saying, well, I want that, but I'm able to give and take, you know. Going back to that shared house thing for myself, I'm used to having things all my own way, you know, and you know, that isn't necessarily healthy either to progress in life, you know, because, you know, the whole aim for me to be moving is to be able to get part-time work and to, you know, progress in my self-employment, in my books and things like that. Also, I'm a music, and in order to do that, I am going to have to get used to being around people again. I am going to, you know, have to get into a routine. And so I thought, well, living in a shared house in a new city is going to push me to have to socialise. And that's going to be tough. But I am willing to do that. Like I said, I'm willing to sacrifice myself in order to progress in different ways. And, you know, if you sat there thinking, well, I want a girlfriend or I want a boyfriend and I don't know how to get one, you're really thinking about it the wrong way, because it really isn't. It really isn't about you. It's about the way you look at the world, because you shouldn't be thinking that. You should be thinking, well, what can I do next to make me happy? Because it is all about making yourself happy. And if you ever thought, well, I want to do that, do it. You know, I realise now at my age, I don't need anybody else. You know, I'm doing what makes me happy. And just check the time. That's fine. And yeah. I mean, it's really hard to talk about realising an opportunity without knowing you as a person. I'm talking generically here. But, yeah, it is. It is really about understanding your mind and understanding what do you want to improve on. I mean, it's more than simply going on a university course. There's more to it than just simply saying, actually, I want a job, I'll just improve my CV and that'll be fine. Because, you know, yeah, you can improve your CV, but have you improved your ethic at work? Have you improved your social skills? Have you improved why you want to work? Have you improved your accommodation when you get back from work? I mean, you know, there's so much that you can improve as a person on. And I think sometimes people get really bogged down in the aesthetic. I mean, people sometimes deliberately put on so much makeup because they don't want to show the true self, because they have some inner flaws or they are worried about something. And, you know, you know, one, I don't really wear makeup, and two, I'm one of those people that I just go for it, you know. Like I said, I'll just get a suitcase and do what I want. And, you know, I'm a very confident person, I think you can tell, but many people aren't. And like I said, this video is about realising opportunities and grabbing them, you know. And the main message here is do what makes you feel happy. If you think, yeah, I actually don't want to work at this job, I actually want to go for that over there, and I'm going to feel better trying that, do it, you know. Because if you don't do it, you'll be thinking the rest of your life, well, what happens if I took that? What happens if I took the opportunity? I feel shit for not taking it. Do you know what I mean? There will always be that whinge at the back of your head, that craving. And as a Buddhist, I get epiphanies and I get spiritual gardens. And when I visited Leeds, like I said, I did feel drawn to the city. I mean, there isn't any reason why I should be in the city. You know, I don't know anybody there. I've never worked there, but there was a feeling of empowerment. There was a feeling of, I feel like I've met my place that I want to be. And it's, you know, maybe comment if you've ever felt like that, because that is a strong feeling, and you can't describe it with words. It's literally, I went and I thought, I found my home. And it's a really strange feeling, but it's a lovely feeling. And yeah, like I'm sat here and I really don't even feel like I want to be in this city. It's like awful. It's like the walls are closing in on me. It's an awful feeling. And I feel free when I'm in Leeds. So big up Leeds. Yeah. This video is mainly about enlightenment, self-enlightenment, and it's also about making yourself happy. It really isn't about, well, actually, no, I don't like my colour of my hair, I'm going to quickly dye it, or I'm fine. That isn't what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, if you do not feel you can socialise enough, really push yourself, like I'm doing, you know, maybe move into a shared house, you know, maybe go to pubs that you've never been before, maybe, you know, go with someone or go alone to somewhere where you've never been before, because the best place to meet new people is somewhere you've never been before, because there's no prejudice, it's so unknown that the buzz will take over eventually. You'll be like, I don't know what to expect, I'm going to go for it. I would say that if you want to push yourself in different ways, you know, new opportunities are often found in the unknown places, you know. If you are a spiritual person and follow spiritual guidance, do please follow the spiritual guidance you feel that's best. Do not let anybody else put you off what you want to do in life, because I've been waiting too long for the mental health team and the social services and, you know, so and that person next door, whoever, to fucking help me or to give me a reason to do things. And I thought, fuck that, I'm nearly 23 years old, if I'm not going to do it, nobody's going to do it. And sorry that's the case. I mean, disclaimer here, the mental health services in Hull and most of the UK are fucking shit, you know. And, you know, if you follow my vlogs, I've actually got back from a psychiatric unit not that long ago. I've had no follow-up calls from the mental health team or social services, you know, checking the time, because they really don't give a shit. But basically the whole message of this video is you need to really understand what you want out of life, and what you know, what you want yourself, the end result to be like. You know, it isn't just about saying, oh, I want to meet somebody, I've met that person. Yeah, you can meet somebody. Hello, Fred, over there. No, it's about what do I like about myself and what do I want to be like in the end result. You know, because my end result is, once I've moved to Leeds, you know, I'm going to be more sociable. I'm going to be able to hold down relationships. I might be working. I'm going to be able to be more friendly. You know, there's set things that I want to achieve. So that's one thing that you will need to think about. I've got nothing more to say. As usual, if you have found anything helpful about this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please maybe even share it to somebody like a friend or somebody that's maybe having a difficult time. And if you really want to watch more of my videos and hear about the upcoming book that I am releasing, not that you know, it's quite soon, hit the subscribe button, which is probably about here, and have a nice day. Yeah, please subscribe, like I said, if you want to hear more of this. If you want me to just shut up and don't hear from me, just press thumbs down so I can start modifying my material. But I hope you have a nice day. I hope that something in this video has maybe inspired you and given you that boost. Oh, my phone. And I really hope that you have a nice day. And it's been Michelle. Until next Friday. Have a nice day. Bye.